Welcome to Homo Politicals. This is Enterprise Television. Kingsley Bass is my name. Let's discuss political development in the country. One that has stirred conversation across platforms is the recent defection which happened on Thursday, January 15, 2026. That's the defection of Abubakar, Atiku Abubakar, also known as Abba, son of former Vice President Atiku Abubakar, who defected from the People's Democratic Party, PDP, to the All Progressives Congress. Abba declared his support for President Bola Tinubu and the renewed hope agenda. He was officially welcomed at the National Assembly in Abuja by Deputy President of the Senate, Senator Barau Jibrin, and other All Progressives Congress leaders from the northeastern part of the country. He also directed his political organization called the Atiku organization to join the All Progressives Congress and renamed that movement the Atiku Bola Tinubu organization. He cited Senator Barau Jibrin's leadership and the current administration's programs as reasons for his defection. Well, Atiku Abubakar, the former vice president, has not remained silent as regards this. He's spoken. He recently joined the African Democratic Congress and he described his son's defection as entirely personal. He stated that such political choices within a family are common in a democracy and that he does not force his children's consciences. He reiterated his commitment to offering an alternative to the All Progressives Congress. Well, welcome one more time to Homo Politicals. I'm joined today by a political commentator and one who is you can regard as the political ally of former Vice President Atiku Abubakar. I'm talking about the lad Dimeji Fabi. He joins me virtually today. Many thanks for joining me today.
Thank you very much. Good afternoon.
Yes.
Thank God it's Friday.
Thank you so much for joining me. All right. Well, let's talk about this defection. It has gotten lots of persons talking. A lot of persons discussing this situation, questioning Atiku's ability to put his house in order. Well, given his son's defection and the public endorsement of President Bola Tinubu, how damaging or otherwise is this development to the former Vice President Atiku Abubakar's credibility as an opposition leader seeking to mobilize Nigerians against the All Progressives Congress?
Here, you said defection. So I want to answer you on these two. I don't know whether it's adjective you call it. Number one, there was no defection from anywhere. There was no defection. The young man that went on that charade with APC was never a PDP caricature member. As a son, he just believed that when his father was when he needed to support him. I was the director of support groups for His Excellency Atiku Abubakar for over 15 years. And I remember his group came to register, and they were very few in number. And it's not something that the midweight media is taking it. Of course, the opposition want to feed fat on it. This is not that kind of information, that kind of news. It is not classical. It is not, how do I say, it is not a breaking news. It is not new. It's not something new. So let me say, there was nothing like defection. The young man just moved, just felt he needed to, because number one, as a last count, this guy is an adult. He's over 40 years. He has all the right to decide, his political choices. And I'm happy that his vice president quickly addressed the matter last night, and what he said was very, very, very frank and very direct. He's a Democrat. I don't need to gauge my son. I can't gauge Nigeria. How would I gauge my son from doing whatever? He's an adult. He has all the right to do it. Number two is the fact that he said damage. There was no damage anywhere. See, APC is notorious for looking for cheap political point against Atiku. They are notorious for blackmail. They are notorious for propaganda and scam. So this is one of those things that they want. This has no effect. It has no damage. Are you saying that a former vice president in this country that has network across the country, so this is the way we are going to measure whether he has capacity to govern Nigeria or not? You know, it doesn't add up for me.
He's rallying Nigerians.
This is democracy, right?
Yeah.
This is politics. And you find it like that. So those who think they have achieved something, they have achieved nothing. Now let me query this. There's a process of joining the party. You have to go through your ward to join the party. You register there, you get the card, you are received there if you are a popular person. For a deputy senate president, number 5 citizen who doesn't have a job, National Assembly job is not enough for him. So now say you are receiving the son of your political opponent in your office. Is that how it's done? It's all charade. They're just looking for cheap political points, and this is not one of them. This is not classical. We have seen it before.
We're not sure if that registration has been done at the ward level in the Damawa state. We're not sure.
My brother, there's nothing has been done. Nothing has. Wait. See, let me tell you for a fact, there's no issue about these things. And media should stop dropping it. There's no issue about it. The man that the former vice president has already made a statement. Anybody who is not comfortable with that should go and get a life and do whatever they want to do. So in this country, we saw Senator Bukola Saraki parted way with his father politically. In this country, we saw Doyin Okupe and his son. In this country, in 1954, Alvani Koku and his son went different way in the Constituent Assembly. What are we talking about? It's not new, it's not classical. So if APC, like they used to do, or anybody wants to make anything out of it, they're on their own. Because the former vice president has made it abundantly clear, I'm a Democrat. And that should tell Nigerians that this man has something to offer, he's responsible. He quickly owned that thing and said, I'm aware, I'm just being told that my son did this. Well, he's an adult, he's 47 years old. He's allowed to take his political choices. Me that I'm talking to you, when my father was alive, he was a member of NRC, I was a member of SDP. So nothing happened, it's nothing new. So they shouldn't make an issue out of it. There was nothing there. So those who want to feed on it, they can feed on it. Go and do it.
No. So for many persons, why this, the concern for some Nigerians will be the fact that you, the former vice president, you've contested the presidency for quite some time. And you are rallying Nigerian now. In fact, you are rallying opposition political forces to go against the incumbent government of the All Progressives Congress. Couldn't you, at least, in gathering people, begin from home? You know what they say about charity beginning from home? That's a concern for some Nigerians.
What charity are we talking about? Atiku has. Hold on, please. What are we talking about here? Atiku has, let me say, about 10 children. And one says, this is what I want to do. So what is the problem with that? Have you seen the other night coming out and say, we are going to APC? So what I'm saying is, there's no story in this. APC can continue with their voyage of discovery, voyage of looking for cheap political point propaganda as they used to do. There's no story in this. They know. Those who were there, they know that there's nothing in it. Is it going to fetch them? Do they think this one's going to fetch them votes? It's not going to fetch them votes. Atiku came out openly and said, this is the situation. My son has his entitlement, he has rights to his political choices. He's an adult. So what else do they want? So anybody who cannot, if that one does not resonate with, you can do whatever they want to do. So it's not a question of because he's gathering Nigerians. So how many people has this one taken away from him? Has he taken someone like me? Let me tell you, in politics, there are people that when you remove from politician, they feel the shock. This is not one of them. So if APC said, my father, this is policy, this is democracy. So it's nothing serious about it.
Like you said, pardon me. You said you were in charge of the former Vice President Atiku Abubakar's supports base for some 15 years. Don't you think this movement by his son, who has another movement in support of his father that's been there for a while, he has now instructed that they rename that movement, to reflect his current political choices and political alignment. Don't you think this is going to influence and
I just told you. See, listen, because of time,
support base.
I just gave you a background of all of these things. I registered this group that I was talking about. You people are just making issue out of no issue. I'm telling you, they're not even up to 200. They're not even up to 200. He brought them to me that I should register them to work for his father. And if he says he's not doing it again, that is best known to him. He's an adult. That's what I'm saying.
These 200 can mobilize more for that 200. Who can mobilize for that 200? And that's how politics work, and you would know that, don't you?
What I'm saying is this. And we will continue to tell you people, it is the media that is running on this. There is nothing there. I'm telling you, because let me tell you, there's nothing new in this. There's nothing historic in it. I mean, there's nothing revolutionary in this. And so if anybody tells me, because this is politics, it's not prophecy. I mean, this is democracy. It's not disaster. So if anybody is saying, no, because of this, then if tomorrow Peter Obi's son or daughter decides to go to another, will you tell me that it has taken the capacity from Peter Obi to perform as a leader?
Will you not question? I mean, let's flip the script. Let's flip the script a little bit. We see the first or the son of the president. Some people will say there should be no such thing as first son. Well, we see the son of the president, Seyi Tinubu, working, traveling for his and gathering support for his father, the President Bola Tinubu. If we see if such a day comes where Seyi Tinubu decides to leave his father's political base and moves to another one, wouldn't that be news? I mean, because you're making it look like the media is just feeding our clickbaiting.
It's not news. Like I said, it's media that is pushing this narrative. It's not news.
I mean, would that not be something you would yourself talk about if Seyi Tinubu, for example, leaves his father's political base and supports your political base?
See, Seyi has rights. Seyi is an adult. Number one, you people are refusing to agree to the fact that these people has the democratic right, he has constitutional right with his age to decide what he wants to do.
Questioning that.
Why are people using Panadol for somebody's headache? It doesn't concern me. It's Seyi's life. He may decide to leave his father. He doesn't stop his father's movement or rise in politics or do whatever engagement in politics. He doesn't stop it. The guy has right to do it. So that's why I said it's media that is feeding on it. I don't know why they're doing that. The man has come out and said, my son has the right. I'm a Democrat. I don't gauge my son, especially when it comes to matter of conscience. And that's why I can't gauge Nigeria when it comes to matter of conscience. And if people are not satisfied with that, they should go and find a life. This is exactly what I'm saying. It is you media that is pushing this as if it's a matter of life and death. It's not war. It's not disaster. It's democracy. It's politics. It's not prophecy. So why are you making it like, why is media making it like this? A lot of other things will still happen tomorrow. So what is it? If Seyi Tinubu leaves his father, it's his choice. His father cannot, he has the right. His father cannot, we've seen this happen. And I gave you examples how this thing has happened. So why are you making, is it because it's Atiku, because he's running for president? El-Rufai today, the son is in APC. So how has it become crime? And El-Rufai is in ADC. I'll give you instances. So I told you, even in 1954, Alva Nikoku and his son contested from this different political platform. Go and check it out. So what are we now talking about? In this country, Late Doyo Okupe was with PDP. The son went to declare support for Buhari. The even for Buba Galadima went for NPP. The daughter went to APC. Is it because this is Atiku? Why are we blackmailing this man? Why are we sabotaging him? Where anytime it's Atiku, even the media will continue to, even everybody sees the truth, they continue to join the people to blackmail this man. It's a clear thing. It's not crisis. It's not new. Why are they making like new? Is there something that has never happened before? No.
All right.
The guy has right to do whatever he wants to do. He's not a politician. He's not a card member of PDP. He only has a support group. His father has more than 4,000 support groups. Atiku is one of them. He doesn't even have the reach. How many people can he bring out in Adamawa to come and vote? Atiku has more than 10 children. So all of them, because you have not seen them on the street, also they are not supporting their father. And their father said, it's their right to do whatever they want to do. They have the right to do it. Let us leave it at that. Don't they have the right? Was Atiku wrong? Do they have the right? This is the question.
Oh well. No one is questioning their rights to make political choices.
Yeah, people should stop reading. People should stop being fallacious. People should be mischievous about this. It's nothing new. It's not historic. It's not revolutionary. We've seen it. I've just mentioned, giving you examples.
Oh well. Again, this is about the vice president's political base, and some persons have questioned. Pardon me. All right. I didn't catch the last thing you said, but yeah, just moving on with this story. So
know what about the ones who don't know? In my word, the party, that was another party. So what are we now? Senator Barau has no job. National Assembly job is not enough for him. That's why he could take his time to be doing this kind of petty things. I told you they are notorious for this kind of scam and propaganda. If he has job, National Assembly, we are begging them to work on electoral law. We are begging them to do so many things that affect this country. But they are there. When it comes to tax, when it comes to anything that has to do with president, they quickly pass it. When it's something that has to do with Nigeria, is this the kind of thing the number 5 citizens should be doing? Is that the process of defection? If let's assume without calling that the guy defected. Is that how to defect? Is that how to defect? And you are making case for them that maybe it has been done. They should show them that it has been done. He has registered in any word. This guy just came back from America, and they got somebody in Kano who was part of his ASK movement who is working with Barau to bring the guy to come and do this kind of thing. And some people are giving that any attention. I mean, I don't know who did this to Nigeria. These are facts. This is clear. The man said, and the man boy truly is the 47-year-old boy, for God's sake. So why are we now putting this as if it's a matter that is a matter of life and death because it's Atiku?
So from your point of view, this was orchestrated by the Pro-Progressive Congress, to just drive
they are looking for
the
cheap
agenda some
political
more.
points. They are looking for cheap political points. That's what they always look for, especially against Atiku. Atiku is one that is giving them is the problem of their life, and by the grace of God, Atiku is going to stop this government of APC to help Nigerians. They can't stop it. That's why you see them chopping for petty pedestrian thing. Number 5 citizen Barau should be ashamed of himself. He should go and bury his head in shame for doing this kind of thing. Barau, I don't know. Atiku is living his life. He's enjoying himself. He doesn't see this as anything. You know him. Go to his house. You see people on a daily basis. They know what is coming. That's why they do. This is very cheap. It's too pedestrian. It's very insulting and irritating. For number 5 citizens in Barau, is this the best he can do? Is this where is office of elected senator where defection takes place? Defection take place, even if there was defection. Well, there was no defection. They just they thought they could embarrass Atiku, and Atiku has told them, "I am a Democrat," and that's what I've been preaching for years. So I can't gag. In the moment you gag somebody, it is against the principles of democracy. Democracy is about freedom. It's about fairness. It's about you taking your choice. So, and that's the man said, let my son do whatever he wants to do. It doesn't have any effect on me. So if everybody now say because of that, they cannot galvanize Nigeria, then they are not being honest with themselves.
All right, let's talk some more about Atiku's, this bid to not just contest, but to garner support and gather his base, to seats the Pro-Progressive Congress, particularly at the center. He's one of his political allies, if you like, a political son, is the incumbent governor of Adamawa State, who has, not moved with him as well. Does that too speak to what some Nigerians have been questioning as to Atiku's ability to gather or more like galvanize his base to go with him? I know what you're going to say again. He's a Democrat, he's not making choices for people.
Then if you don't ask me this kind of question, because I'm not going to answer it, because it doesn't add up for me, because ask me a real question. This is not the kind of question I should be asked on this platform, because it doesn't make any sense for someone to tell you because the governor didn't go with him, because the governor did not go with him, then it has eroded Atiku's capacity to gather Nigeria. Does that, if anybody thinks like that, then there's something wrong with them. I'm telling you sincerely, I have to be honest with you, this is national television. I can't tell you because this was the governor that Atiku did everything to win his first term, to win second term. The governor of Adamawa is an ingrate. Ahmadu Fintiri is one of the greatest ingrates I've ever seen in my life. And posterity is there to judge all of them. This guy almost lost the second term. And Atiku stood his ground. He made sure that justice was done to return him. And this is what they can pay Atiku. And somebody will now be asking me questions because he didn't follow Atiku to ADC. That is why Atiku does not have capacity to gather Nigeria. Is that how it works?
You keep dismissing this as, this consent by Nigerians as not genuine, as you are validating this consent by Nigerians.
It's APC and you media. It's not concerned by Nigeria. I'm a Nigerian. It's APC and you media.
Well,
it's APC
you're not
the concern of Nigerians.
To be, respectfully, you're not pro-Nigerians. If you gather thoughts around, you'd hear comments like this. You hear people share some concerns. Call them members or supporters.
It means nothing to me. What does they want the man to do? The man has told them what he wants to do. So, it's their choice. Like I say, that is why a former vice president of this country who led the economy to the highest that we have never found in this country up to this moment. So you are telling me he doesn't have capacity to gather Nigerians? I mean, don't let us be fair to this man. He's a man who has given a lot to this country because he believes the country has done so much for him too. So if this is politics, all of these things happen in politics. Who knows who is going to face his own tomorrow? So who knows? So why do that crucify Atiku because his son left said he's not doing politics with him, his governor this and all that. We've seen this in a couple of times. A lot of people are with Tinubu now in the face, in the actual sense they're not with him because we didn't see those ones. Does that impede Tinubu's ability to governize Nigeria? If tomorrow, like I said, if Peter Obi's son said that they are not joining you in all of these things, is that the measure of his capacity to lead? It's not. It's not. So let us stop all of these things. It's not the thought of Nigerians. It's what APC is trying to feed Nigerians with. And if Nigeria let them take it hook, like and sinker, let them not interrogate it. What is the purpose behind it? You want to bring somebody's son who just came in from the US, you brought him to your office and said he has defected. Abba, no, now it doesn't work that way. So I would dismiss it any day, anytime because it makes no sense. It lacks logic, it lacks reason, as far as I'm concerned. Let's face the real issue. We are faced with so many issues in this country. We are getting hungry. We are hungry. The security is not working. The economy is not working. And somebody sits down in his comfort of his room and telling me the issue now is because Atiku son said he's not with him. But that is an issue. Let's get serious in this country.
All right.
We are better than this. We are better than this in this country.
Just before we let you go, right? In discussing political development in the country, I would like to get your thought on. I mean, you've talked about some that are serious matters affecting the country. Let's get your thoughts, though, on the political climate at the moment. You did mention, which is a very, important conversation. Elections by mid this year, June, I suppose, marks going by the electoral calendar. There should have been primaries conducted and, candidates for several positions should have been presented by political parties. And so one conversation still hangs, there, particularly around the, neck or shoulders of lawmakers in this country, National Assembly, and that's around the Electoral Act, which you referenced. What's your message to the National Assembly? What must be done to ensure that we don't have the same, I think it was Peter Obi when he joined that gathering in Enugu State when he declared officially, publicly for the African Democratic Congress, who was saying, that there's enough time now to get things done, the Electoral Commission to fix things and make sure that, things are ready and set, pre-election matters sorted, and so that when they don't go to court and they're told this is a pre-election matter and the rest. So, yeah, my point. What message do you have for the National Assembly? What changes would you like to see with the Electoral Act that the kind of reforms that would ensure that we're not back in 2023, we're not back in 2019, where the elections were questioned, election results were questioned, the entire process questioned by Nigerians?
See, Nigerians have said a lot, have expressed their views, their opinions, as regards, because Nigerians are not as regards our electoral system, because Nigerians are not happy about our electoral, the way the system and the way we run it. And the National Assembly is empowered to make sure that we have an electoral law that will give us almost flawless election, as we witness all over the world. But unfortunately, we have a National Assembly that's not only moribund, that is not only bought over, that are not only reckless, but don't even think about whatever has to do with Nigerians. And I asked them, what has Nigeria done to you? National Assembly under Fabio and Abbas. What has Nigeria done to you to be meeting this kind of treatment to Nigerians? Give us an electoral law. There's been so many amendments, so many inputs. What stops us from having election, a result that will be transmitted from the polling unit to wherever it wants to go? What stops us from having that? What's the difficult in that? Now they are foot dragging, then it's not a good get to a point they'll tell you, oh, time has gone, we can't do, so that they can use the same one they used the last time, to perpetrate, injustice and electoral fraud they did in 2023. This is what they are trying to do. Unfortunately, Nigerians are helpless. And it's not as if they are helpless, it's just the Nigerians don't care anymore. They are tired of all of these things. So I don't need to tell them. They know what to do to give us the best electoral law that will give us best electoral election that will not end up in court, that will not end up in violence, that will not, I mean, we don't need to do all of this all the time. We have come of age to be able to know what we want. And it's not as if we don't know what we want. But unfortunately, we have people who don't care about Nigerians. It's just about themselves. I just mentioned it. If we have a serious National Assembly, is this what the number 5 citizen representative should be involved with? Why do you have the party structure? So these people are not serious. They don't care about Nigerians. So advice is that they should please sit down and work for Nigerians that they elected them to put them there. They should work for us. They should give us laws that will guarantee free, fair process in our electoral, that we will stop ending up in court. Judiciary will stop determining where we're going. Violence will stop determining who wins. You know, National Assembly should please do this for Nigeria. I'm just begging them. They should do this for Nigerians. Nigerians are looking up to them. They are the ones that is empowered to do this for us. At the moment, our leadership recruitment process is faulty. We'll continue to have this kind of problem. And it starts from even what the political party themselves do, up to what INEC does too. So National Assembly can help us with this law. The provisions have been made, the amendment, they should pass it into law and let it be operative since 2020, from 2027. That's what we're saying. Transmit result, real life. Why this thing works all over the world. In the last election, glitch, 2 elections took place the same day, the presidential election, National Assembly election, no glitches in the National Assembly election, but there were glitches in the presidential election. Does that make any sense? What has Nigerian done to these people that they are treating us like this? It will get to a point that National Assembly may not be again when Nigerians are ready.
Hopefully, you know, you're not referencing violence, you know, any form of violence by Nigerians, but yeah, any democratic, you know, way to for Nigerians to share their thoughts, express themselves, that's very much welcomed. That's provided by the Constitution. Just before we let you go, there are reports, rumors around this administration spending some $9 million, about that amount, you know, just to lobby. Again, unconfirmed reports, but that's rife, that's all over the place now, that this administration has spent some $9 million, you know, some billions of naira, you know, some billions in naira terms, really, to mobilize, to lobby in the United States and change the perception, Nigeria's global perception around insecurity, particularly the killings against Christians in Nigeria. I'd like to get your thought on that. At the time when we had several, particularly late last year, 2025, we had several Nigerians travel to the United States to join that congressional hearing to testify. As a matter of fact, some United States lawmakers traveled down to Nigeria, visited Benue State, and saw things for themselves. But there are reports now too, you know, that the administration is doing what they can to, you know, change the perception down there in Washington. What's your take? Vladimir Fabi, are you there?
I can hear you, but you're freezing, so I don't know.
Oh, that must be the network situation. Did you get my question though? Did you catch my question?
If you can hear me, you're talking about the $9 billion.
Yeah, the $9 million lobbying report.
The $9 million for. Oh.
Yes.
Hello?
Yeah, I can pick what you're saying now. If you can make your comment.
Imposition of governance or governments that are not prepared for leadership. These are the kind of things you see. It shows that the man there and his party were not prepared for governance. They're not prepared for leadership. Almost 2 years now, you don't have ambassadors who are supposed to serve as the buffer. You know, when those guys are there, they're the president of this country in that place, in those places where they serve. But we don't have all of those people to do the job of, to do the diplomatic shuttle for us, diplomatic intervention and all that. They're not there. So these guys are just not ready for leadership. I don't have any problem with hiring lobbyists to do, it's lawful. But do we need to go to that extent? The 13 billion naira they are paid these people. Do you know how many schools, infrastructure that will build in this country? Hello?
Yes, I'm with you.
Do you know how many schools, how many classrooms that will build in this country? Do you know how many healthcare facilities that 13 billion will give us? But because the government has failed, and they are still failing, the leadership is failing, they needed a brace. That's why they could spend such an amount of money to buy image for the country. And it's unacceptable. There's nothing wrong with getting lobbyists, but you get lobbyists for things that will advance the cause of your nation. Because the government has failed in the area of insecurity, they have failed in the area of foreign policy, they have failed in so many areas. So that has to do with international. So that's why you see them doing all of this. If the government had done what they're supposed to do, if they acted well, do we need to go and spend over 13 billion to buy image?
All right.
To buy image for this country. It's not done anywhere. It's not done anywhere. It's all so sad. It's unfortunate. It's a sign that they are not ready for they are not prepared for leadership, and that's all this failure left, right, and center. They are failed in security, failed in economy, now in foreign policy.
All right. Political ally, the former Vice President Atiku Abubakar, and political commentator Oladimeji Fabi. I'd like to thank you so much for joining the conversation today and for sharing your thoughts.
Thank you very much. God bless you. I appreciate it.
Yeah. All right, that's that with Homo Politicos today. Many thanks for watching. You can stop by the comment section and let us know what you make of the conversation today, and how you feel about the political developments discussed on the broadcast on this program today. Well, we continue to monitor development across around the country and across the world. Yes, and bring those your way here on Homo Politicos. Pardon me, here. Homo Politicos. This is Enterprise Television. Kingsley Bass is my name. Until next time, may God continue to bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Bye for now.